Is going on? It is Scott, aka Sydney MGTOW, here for you today. It's a gorgeous Saturday here in Sydney, and I'm just kicking it at a friend's house at the moment. They've ducked out to go and see their girlfriend, so I'm just chilling out, enjoying the sunshine. I know that the lighting's not fantastic in here. In fact, let me see what's going on here. Let's see if we can get some light here. Yep, see? Got my camo on, just chilling, nice and light, relaxed. What's going on, Awas Kamkwa? What's going on, NYC, Ninja Nika, and Bob? How you doing, boys? Man, appreciate you joining in today. Hey, Avon, yeah, man, I got the Ginger's coming back. Ginger's coming back. Ginger always comes back, even when this is silver, it's still there. So, guys, what I wanted to talk to you today about is monkey branching, and for any of you who saw the thumbnail for this video, I thought it was quite appropriate for this particular one. Now, I met up with a buddy of mine last night and a group of people, and there was some girls and there was some guys there. And I was having a chat with one of the girls afterwards, because my mate, his name's Joe, he was pretty brutal with her, because she says, you know, like, why do I get all these guys and then just want sex? Like, but, you know, that's not what I want. And he said, look, it doesn't matter what you think you're putting out there. That's what you think doesn't matter. The reality matters. The facts matter. And the fact is that you do put out sexual energy, and men do respond to that. And that's why you're having these guys approaching you. And I actually was talking to her, and we said, you know, when's the last time you went on a date? She goes, oh, I went on a couple of dates today. She was like, wait, a couple, like, we're talking 2 here? She goes, no, I went on 5 dates. I'm like, dude, 5 dates? I'm like, we haven't even had dinner yet and you've been on 5 dates. Literally just had 5 guys lined up for the one day. I went, da. Now, in fairness, she's single, okay? And she really wants to find a guy. But I'm just thinking to myself, this is not the way to do it. What's going on, Chase Luke? How you doing, Misery Man? Charlie Brown? And I'm like, man, you're dating 5 dudes in one day. How do you expect to focus on that? How do you expect to appreciate one man when you're dating 5 dudes in the one day? How do you do that? And literally, like this week as well, I've had, you know, I know of 2 people that I, you know, I really care about. They're very important people to me. But they've separated from their boyfriends this week. And both of them, the same night that they actually broke up with the boyfriend, went and slept with somebody else. And look, I'm not having a go at those people at all. In fact, this just highlights inherent textbook female biological predisposition. Like, no disrespect, but this is how it is, right? So guys and girls are different in that respect. You know, women want someone, and you know, Charlie Brown says, did you ask her what she chooses in a man? You know the perfect shopping list. Well, this is it. Hey, what's going on, Wilkins? And it's, I consistently, time and time again, smash that thumbs up, guys. Consistently, time and time again, have people saying, oh, you know, I want a guy that looks a certain way. I want this, I want that. But I have those same people come to me and say, oh, you know, I was just really attracted to this guy and I don't know why. He's not the type I would normally go for. And I just say to those women, I'm like, you don't get a choice in what you're attracted to, right? You don't actually get a say in that, because biology dictates that for you. Your neurology dictates that. Your checklist and what your friends say you should date doesn't dictate that, right? Stop thinking that you can control what you like, because you can't. And you know what you like when you come across it, because biology brings that in. Hey, what's going on? Lowe's Flyer 77. Ninja says exactly what you want ain't what you need. That's right. And look, both of these people, you know, one was clearly very upset. The other one, I believe, was upset, but not necessarily in the same, like, to the same degree. But at the same point, what's up, MGTOW Charles? one of my favorite fuckboys in the house. But yeah, guys, you got to understand that women heal and move on differently to the way that men do, right? If a man is really in love with a woman, whether in your view she's deserving of that or not, we're not talking about that right now. We're just talking about if this is the case, right? So if a man is really in love with a woman and is really dedicated to that woman and has been loyal to that woman, what you're going to find is that if she breaks up with him that day, he's not going to jump straight on Tinder and go out and find someone. And even if he is, he's probably not going to feel it. Whereas I'm noticing that a lot of my female friends that have had breakups have like literally same day jumped on Tinder or gone and moved on to a dude that used to want to bang them, that they used to reject, but now that's plan B. So it's straight over there, you know? And I don't know what it is, but something I've noticed when these women actually are broken up with, it seems to actually... And look, I could be totally wrong, right? I'm not a woman, I don't know what they're feeling exactly. But what I do know is that they seem to actually get really horny when they get broken up with. Like they want to have sex. It's like they're upset, but they want to have sex at the same time. I don't get it. Or maybe it's just that they are, if in that state someone comes along who displays alpha qualities or, you know, gives them some sort of sense of connection that they're craving at that point in time because they've just had it taken away from them, then, you know, maybe that's something that they cling on to and go with. Right? It's just really interesting to note that. And again, guys, like I'm not shitting on women for doing that. It's just biology, right? So don't get mad at it. Just understand that that's what's likely to happen if you break up with if you're dating someone, you break up with her, that's what's a very real possibility. It is an act of emotion, Ninja Nika, and that's okay. And women do tend to act on emotion more than they act on logic and reason. And when they actually sit back and they reflect on that, they know that, right? They might not want to admit it about themselves, but when they see their friends, they'll agree that that's the case. Hey, what's going on, Underdog? Good. One dab in the house for Underdog. Hey! What's going on, Darius? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Got Darius, MGTOW Knowledge Darius in the house. Guys, if you have not checked out Darius' channel, head on over to him and flick him a couple of shekels when he puts his videos. Need some Mountain Dew in the Mountain Dew Fund. Appreciate you, Darius. Thank you for your good message that you're always putting out, along with the likes of Chris Ken too, MGTOW 101, Howard Dare, Sam Man, my MGTOW brothers and content creators. Thank you, all of you. And yeah, Charlie Brown, Jordan Peterson does talk a lot about women being emotionally driven and men are logical. And it is actually behind the hormones in their body, right? So what's going on, Joseph Conrad, SA? And the hormone estrogen actually causes a more emotional response to things, whereas testosterone causes a more charged, but more rational and more sort of fight or flight response. And that doesn't mean that we're aggressive, right? When I say fight, I don't mean like we're just punching on straight away, you know what I mean? It's not like, da, 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 da. It's not about that. It's about, okay, I'm in this situation, and I need to stand up strong and fight for what I need to do, to take it to the next level, to move to the next step, right? That's exactly where I need to go, over there. What's going on, MGTOW Farmer? And, you know, especially in their younger years, like in their younger 20s and the late teens, you see the most attractive girls. The majority of them, especially the younger generation growing up now, do not ever have a period where they're single. Like, you don't see them for more than a week, like doing their own thing single, right? Because they've already got someone on the line, right? If you guys go back and have a look at the thumbnail for this video, and I'm going to give you an example of this, right? I'm going to stand up and do my little rendition of the monkey branch, right? Because this is how it goes, man, right? So you got the monkey, right? And they're swinging from the tree, and they're like, okay, on to the next one. Then they let go, and then they're like, next one again, right? Just monkey branching from one to the next. And this is how it goes, my men. This is how it goes, my brothers. Understand it. Just like accept that that's how it is, right? I'm not attacking women, and Darius will understand this as well. Like, we're not attacking them, we're just sick of the shit, right? Like, we're not going to put up with the inherent biological nature that is allowed to propagate in society because of how gynocentric the Western world is. Right? MGTOW Knowledge Darius, did you see Underdog no, your video? NYC says, women today more like gorilla branching. Hey, what's up, Scott Turner? Welcome, man. Blind Man MGTOW, Dominic Daly, thank you so much for jumping in the box here. Yeah, exactly. Look, and this conversation with this girl that I had last night, she said, if you give a man 10 women, he'll play, right? But if you give a woman 10 men, then he will just, like she'll just choose one of the 10 men, right? And if she's forced to choose, she'll choose just the one, which is that top 10%. We know that all women go for the top 10%. 90% of women go for the top 10% of men. And 90% of men have to deal with the bottom 10% of, you know, like the bottom 90%, right? Well, the bottom 10%, right? That's if they're happy with it. You get what I'm saying? Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Just got to quickly check this message. Cool. And yeah, like women have been called out. Like they know now that there's no benefit for a man to get married. Like they know. Like when you sit down and you say to a woman, what's the benefit of a man getting married? They'll be like, oh, you know, he's got love and he's got commitment and he gets a wife. I'll go, yeah, but what? Like, can you honestly tell me that they can't get love and commitment and a partner from just being in a relationship? And that's if you can get that. And that's before marriage. And I saw this video the other day, and a guy was talking about, in line with what Chase Luke just said about women being gold diggers. You know, this woman was asking in this seminar that this guy was running about relationships. She was saying, how long in the relationship should we move forward until such time as the girl has to start paying? And I was like, what? Like, what? And, you know, he goes, he goes, put your hand up. Who thinks that, you know, who should pay? Right? If you're going out to dinner out of a man and a woman, who should pay? And all the girls like, oh, the man should pay. Right? Okay, so you want equal pay to us for less work, and then you want us to pay for your shit. So you want us to intentionally fuck ourselves over so you can have everything. And then, like, and I don't know if I've told you guys about this before, but there's this thing called the betification scale, and Stand Up Man talks about this. Right? And he references it in his book. It's a very good ebook. If you want to get a copy, check out the description below. Basically, you've got the time scale and you've got the beta to alpha scale. So you might have the most alpha dude starting out in a relationship, right? I mean, really, if he's like top level alpha, he's probably not going to be in a relationship to begin with. Let's be honest about it, right? Let's not beat around the bush. So let's say he starts here, right? Let's say he's like sort of almost 100% alpha, but he's not alpha enough to keep out of being in a relationship, right? So you've got the alpha scale and you've got the time scale. So over time, it becomes less and less alpha and more beta. And when that man drops to a certain level of beta, when he starts dropping down and starts gravitating towards beta, she's like, oh, I want an alpha male. You had an alpha male. You made him a beta because you bitched and moaned and you picked at him. And you told him, oh, you have to sell your motorbike. You know, I don't want you riding a motorbike. You know, it's stupid, you're messing around with your car all the time. You should sell your car. You know, this is the type of car we need. We need a BMW four-wheel drive for the kids, right? And, you know, you need to stop playing games and put that away and be a man. Who gets to dictate to me what a man is, right? I'm a man right here. I have a penis. I stand before you. I stand up for what I believe in. And I speak the truth. That's what being a man is. A man is not being walked on by other people. A man is someone who says no. And Darius knows this. And Chris knows this. And MGTOW 101 knows this. Howard Dare knows this. Sandman. Every real man knows that you have to say no. When it's time to say no, you say no. Thank you so much, Magnetum. I appreciate you. And if you don't say no, you enable this behavior. Every time you say, I want to go to the steakhouse, right? And you're paying, right? You're paying, okay? You're paying for the meal. And you want to go to the steakhouse, you go to the steakhouse. Because you're the man that's paying for the meal. You're the man that's paying for the steak. You're the man that's paying for everything. Right? And then you say, I want to go to the steakhouse. They go, oh no, I want to get Thai tonight. I want to go to the nice restaurant. I want to go to the city, right? Guess who's paying for the $20 parking? You are. Guess who's paying for the petrol to get to the city instead of the steakhouse 5 minutes down the road? You are. Guess who's paying for the cocktails and the wine and the desserts and the fancy meal and the entrees that she doesn't even end up finishing eating? You are. You're paying for all of that. Keep your money in your pocket, man. Keep your money in your fucking pocket. Say no. Right? Because it's only when you actually maintain, right, the betification scale. It's only when, instead of going down this way, you maintain or you amp it up, right? Right? To the point where you could, where they basically, respect you as the man that you are. It's when you amp it up that you sustain the attraction, right? And it's when you amp it up that you realize that you don't need this person. If you want to have them around, fine. But don't let them take control of you. Don't let them take away your masculinity. Because, man, contrary to what everyone's saying, and I know that you all know this, but I'm going to say it again. Masculinity is not toxic. It is not bad. It is the foundation of society. If this is the ground, masculinity built from the ground up. That's what we're all about. And Mark Needham, I agree. We need to keep the money in the MGTOW community. And, I'm going to do a video about this, right? Because I want to really attract the attention. But guys, if you are, for example, if you're a tradie like a carpenter, a plumber, if you're a builder, if you're a metal fabricator, if you are a graphic designer, if you have your own business, welcome Chris Cantu. Thank you, brother. If you have your own business, I want you to reach out to me. I want you to reach out to me at sydneymgtow@gmail.com. Because I want to start to plug the businesses of fellow MGTOW. Because you deserve our money, men. Because you're fighting the good fight. You're setting the example for other men. And it's important that we have good leaders and role models and examples in our community. And the more MGTOW we connect with other MGTOW, the better things are going to be. And this is just real, And I know that Chris and other MGTOW are putting together a database of MGTOW. We need to do this as a collective. I need your help to do this, men. So hit me up via email if you want to be added to this database. Database of people that provide services. And I might not call out your real name, right? I might put your YouTube name or whatever you want. You tell me what you want, right? But I'll make sure that I'm directing business to your businesses. And I don't ask anything in return for this. All I want is to see our money not given to women, kept in the MGTOW community. Because that's where it belongs. And look, we talk a lot about how the, like Shlomo Shekelberg and, the Jewish community, they keep all the money within themselves. That's what we need to do. And it doesn't matter if you're a Jewish MGTOW. It doesn't matter if you're an African MGTOW. It doesn't matter if you're Egyptian, if you're European, if you're Australian, if you're Irish, if you're American. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you have the mindset. Right? And that you don't put yourself in a position where you're going to be monkey branched from and have your shit taken from you. I agree, Chase Luke. In Sydney, most of women are brainwashed by feminists. But this is the thing. This is the thing. We are bringing it, right? And especially with the grid girls. You guys would have heard about the Formula One grid girls. Feminists, like these old, fat, ugly, or, shriveled up feminists, they're all like, all the feminists, they look like this, right? And that's a good-looking feminist, right? They're all kinds of fucked up, They, just the way that Awakening of Men said, you got me wanting to run through a wall right now. Strong message tonight, Sydney MGTOW. Thanks, bro. Thank you, Awakening of Men. And that wall you're wanting to run through is the same one that they smashed head on. Right? These feminists that have smashed the wall and cannot get any position of power other than talking about their gender studies degree. These feminists are having women like grid girls, taken out of employment. Like they're having the jobs of women killed, right? They're cutting off the incomes of women that are more attractive than them because they're jealous. And that's what feminism is. It's women jealous that they think other women have got it better. Women are their own worst enemies. And they're back to the topic of this video. They're their own worst enemies. When they monkey branch, when they're like, it's like, monkey branching onto the next thing, like just swinging, you know, swinging, like monkey branching on one to the other. Women, if you're listening to this, what you need to stop doing is stop going from dick to dick. I know that's very crude the way that I put this, but you have to do it. If you genuinely want to find someone decent, if you want to find someone that respects you, right? If you want to be respectable, and this is very important, in order for someone to respect you, you must first be respectable. You don't deserve respect just because you have a vagina. You don't deserve respect because you're a woman. You deserve respect because you earn it. And for no other reason than that. And if you don't earn respect, then you don't deserve one iota of my respect or anybody else's. Right? Whether that be from a woman or a man or someone who doesn't know what the hell they are. No disrespect to anybody who's, identifies as gender fluid. I personally don't, like, you're born with a dick or you're born with a vagina. Be whoever you want to be. But be that from a place of this is who I want to be. And I'm not going to force that onto other people. Thank you, Papa MGTOW. Yeah, smash that like button. And yeah, women should stop getting free shit because you're female. Like, oh my God, like, in fact, guys, let me give you a second. I'm underdog, dab for underdog here. Let me just jump into my email here, right? Because you guys would have noticed at the tail end of my video yesterday, I did one on Valentine's Day. Like, I'm looking at my email here, right? Sorry, I'm just, like, I've got my computer propping up my phone at the moment. And Joseph Conrad, I agree, man, but look, women need red pills too, right? So if we're ever going to have a pulling back on this ridiculousness that is feminism, that is ruining society, right? This cancerous scourge on men and women, that has to happen, right? Women need red pills too, and it's like, you don't have to give it to them, but I'm going to give it to you because I'm a nice guy. The whole world needs to be red-pilled, exactly awakening of men. Because it's not until these women get red-pilled into understanding how they're fucking themselves over and how they're fucking men over. And as a result of them fucking men over, men don't want anything to do with them. That's why MGTOW exists. Because the most toxic parts of female nature have been enabled. And these toxic parts of female nature that have been enabled are what is causing men to say, no more. Fuck you. Go away. Right? And I'm not saying fuck you to women right now. I'm saying that men out there are saying that. Right? I've got my own opinions on things, right? And yeah, it's Cuckentine's Day, Charlie Brown. There's no other way to say it. So I'm looking here, right? What have I got? I've got Cinebuzz Club, which is like the movies. Here we go. Have the perfect date at the movies this Valentine's Day. Grilled, a love affair, burgers and chocolate. Coco Cubano, coffee place. 3 days of love at Coco Cubano. Roses only. Last chance to double your Valentine's gift for just $20 more. And that's just today. Let's type in Valentine's into the search right in my Gmail. Whoa, I have a feeling this is gonna bring up some serious results. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Look at this shit, right? Hang on a second. Let me just make sure that I got nothing in this list that's gonna dox me. All right, that's cool. Here we go. So, look at this, man. We've got Cinebuzz Club, Coco Cubano, Roses Only, Qantas Frequent Flyer, The Hustle, ASOS. We've got Sydney Cricket Ground, Treat Your Valentine. Right? No one wants to treat their Valentine to cricket, but they're just trying to cash in on the bullshit. MeUndies. What's better than 15% off and free shipping? Nothing. You know what's better than 15% off and free shipping? No fucking Valentine's Day. That's what's even better. And then we've got Adrenaline Deal Alert. 14 Valentine's Day deals. Wouldn't you know? Perpetual Kid. Eat your heart out. Valentine's Day. Chocolate with Valentine's Day coming up. Like, come on. Really? Really? Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Thank you so much, Magnetum. I appreciate your donations. They all go to a good cause. I do put this away for when I need to go backdoor into government. I don't believe in taking money from other people that I haven't earned. But I'm not doing, like, I don't do these videos so that you men will give me money. I do them because I want you to hear this message. I know things that some of you don't know. Right? And I know things that some of you do know, but you just need to hear on a daily basis, which is why I come here daily for you guys. And yeah, Charlie Brown says, did you see that 1 in 5 men now refuse to mentor women in the workplace now due to Me Too? The risk is showing. Exactly. Exactly. All right, see you later, MGTOW Charles. I'll see you soon. MGTOW is freedom, as Misery Man just said. I totally agree, and I miss Big John. So, look, that's just how it is, guys. You know, Valentine's Day is no more. February 14th. It's not Valentine's Day anymore. It is International MGTOW Day. It is the day where we say no. Where we say no to spending money. Where we say no to gynocentricity. Where we say no to paying the bill at dinner if we do decide to go on a date. We say no. And I want you men to start saying no as well. Next time someone comes up and goes, oh, can you give me a lift? Like, if they want you to give them a lift, 2 minutes down the road so they don't have to walk 10 minutes, say no. It's 10 minutes. Walk it yourself. And I'm not saying you have to be a prick, but you have to stop enabling women who just come to you asking time and time again, right? Like, I've got someone who's a good friend of mine, right? And, sometimes she'll ask, because, she lives in the same house as me. Sometimes she'll ask, can I get a ride from the station? And that's like a 10-minute drive away, and she'll always, catch an Uber or like catch a bus or walk if I'm not free, right? So she doesn't expect that from me. She asks, but she doesn't expect. But sometimes I say no when I can't do that, or when it's not, we're doing so is going to be to my detriment with regards to something else. So I make that conscious choice to say yes or no out of the kindness of my heart, right? And I know she appreciates it when I do it, because it's not something she takes for granted, because I do say no sometimes. And I know she watches these videos, and I just want to tell you that, like, I appreciate you, and I do enjoy like hanging out with you, and when I do pick you up, I pick you up because I want to. Right? So don't take this to heart, please. Anyway, men, look, as you know, I've been working on a fair bit. I launched my MGTOW mentoring program yesterday. I've had a couple of people reach out to me already. I really encourage you guys to go check out the link below, because I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of mindset and a lot of perspective that I can share with you, men, to help you take it to the next level in your life. Go check out my online store, www.mgtowmerch.com. I already had a couple of guys go in and grab mugs and shirts and stuff. And if you want some new designs, email me directly. I'll make that up for you. So, yeah, look, guys. Go check out my new mentoring program in the description below. Go check out my MGTOWmerch.com. Go check out my Instagram, my Twitter, I'm on Minds, Patreon. If you want to make a donation, feel free to make a donation. If you want to buy me a sandwich each month, $1 or $2 a month, men, please jump onto my Patreon, or you can go to paypal.me/SydneyMGTOW or patreon.com/SydneyMGTOW. Feel free to flick a couple of shekels so that I can put that aside for when it's time to go backdoor into Tyrone. Anyway, man, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go get a glass of water because I'm feeling a little parched. You can probably hear it in my voice now. Starting to get a little hoarse. Thank you very much, Chris Cantu. I appreciate you. Charlie Brown says the media would have a shitstorm if we had a MGTOW conference around Australia. Good. Good. Let them have a shitstorm. You can't stop us. We are unstoppable. We are the men of the future. We're bringing back masculinity. We're bringing back men's autonomy. We're bringing back fairness. And we're bringing the red pills to you daily. I said thank you, men, for tuning in. I appreciate you all. I'm tuning out now, as Chris Cantu says. Thanks again for jumping in the box, brother. Thank you, NYC Korean. Thank you, Mark Needham, Ninja Nika, Awakening of Men, Awas Kamkwa. And thank you so much, Riff Magos. I appreciate the shekels. I'll talk to you guys soon. Until I might even do a live stream tonight. I don't know. I might do another one later. But if I don't, I will see you tomorrow, and I will bring another daily dose of red pills your way, man. MGTOW 2018, baby. Peace.